Welcome into another edition of Mavs Latest. I'm Josyah Howard, and before we get it started, please subscribe down below. I'm dropping every single day. You do not want to miss out. Hit that bell, subscribe, leave comments for me as I'm going along. It's every day, all things Dallas Mavericks with me, Josyah Howard, here on Mavs Latest. But let's start here because according to Mohammed Faisal of PFSN, there's an answer to the question why the Mavericks did not pursue LeBron James right here, right now, in this very moment. And the answer comes down to two insurmountable obstacles, according to Mohammed Faisal. LeBron James never asked to leave, and his contract created financial chaos that no contender could navigate. And these are two major factors that I brought up during these LeBron rumors that I was saying that the Mavericks were not going to go after LeBron James right now. Nor should have, nor should have they, nor should they have, because really the financial burden would have made no sense. You would have had to lose too many assets to get him right now. Um, and LeBron never asked for a trade from the Lakers. He just said, "I want to win now." So if that's not what if you're not trying to win now, excuse me, as the Lakers, then I need to explore some other things. And I think Luka, with how he's approached this summer and the sale of the Lakers now to Mark Davis and the Dodgers ownership group, that should have shown him all he needs to know. And realistically, I don't know if LeBron's going to leave LA. He's comfortable in LA. And now he has Luka there. And we all know what Luka brings to your franchise as people that follow the Dallas Mavericks. We all know it, felt it, and know what it's all about. LeBron, I don't think is going to leave that. Now, if he rides this out and is a full on free agent next year, now it's a different story. And I do think the Dallas Mavericks may be an option for him. But until we get there with this situation, LeBron James is going to be a Los Angeles Laker and he will be the teammate of Luka Doncic. And we all know what it's like to see a team run by Luka Doncic and now a full offseason, a full season with Luka Doncic and LeBron James on the way. But next up here on Mavs Latest, Ricky O'Donnell of SB Nation. He ranked all the Christmas games, came out with the schedule, and they ranked the Warriors dead last. And the reasoning this matchup being last speaks to how strong the NBA's Christmas slate is. The Warriors are locked to play every December 25th as long as Steph Curry is still Steph Curry, O'Donnell explains. I'm a bit surprised the league gave Cooper Flag its biggest stage right away as a rookie, especially during a year when teammate Kyrie Irving will be sidelined as he recovers from his ACL injury. Cooper Flag will be the youngest player in the NBA this year as he turns 19 only a few days before Christmas. It's a big spot for him, I truly believe. He will be one of the faces of the league one day soon, and it's a great move to start building his brand with marquee games like this from the jump, says O'Donnell. And I agree with all of that. If you want to start building quote unquote faces of the league, then put people that you believe in these big national spots early. If you believe in Cooper Flag, if you're the NBA, put him in there early. And O'Donnell continues by saying, I see the Warriors as the number 6 to 8 seed range in the West. This year, I doubt the Warriors or the Dallas Mavericks can be better than a play in without Kyrie. This is a solid game, but it's totally cool to skip it for the extra socialization with the friends and family members on the hobby, or friends and family members on the holiday and do some hobbies together, stuff like that. He also mentions if Kyrie Irving was healthy for this game, it would probably move up a slot or two past the Cleveland Cavaliers New York Knicks matchup. Just kind of looking at these matchups really quickly. Cavs, New York, I would also have at 5. Spurs, OKC, Houston, LA, Dallas Warriors. I would probably have Houston, LA at 1, and then I would say Spurs, Thunder at 2, Minnesota Nuggets at 3, uh, Cavs, Knicks at 4, and Mavs Warriors at 5. Yeah, that's how I'd rank it as well. Um, so, and I agree with that first line of the rationale. I think that just has to do with how deep the matchup is and how deep the Christmas slate is. So you can't be too like stuck on like, oh, it's ranked the worst one. It out of 5 games, it probably is the worst on the slate on paper right now in August, but we don't know what that slate's gonna look like on Christmas Day. So let's not look too far into the future and get too worked up about it. It might actually end up being one of the better matchups leading up into that, going into that day, you know, 15 to 25 games into the season. Moving on here, Cooper Flag, he hosted his uh, Cooper Flag and Ace Flag Pro Camp in at the University of Maine, marking the second year they've run the camp for kids together. His brother Ace Flag, he spoke for hours after he and his brother dazzled campers with 2-on-2. Um, Taking the opportunity to throw down types of dunks and alley oops, athletic finishes, for which he's become well known for. Um, and he said everywhere else in the country that he goes, he's kind of a big deal. Wow, it's Cooper Flag. His mother said at the camp. So it's just awesome that he can come back home, and he actually said being back home, back in the place where you grew up, where you just get grounded. It's really refreshing just being home, being in this environment. It just means a lot. His mother also continued and said, and here he gets to just be Cooper, the kid from Maine. He's a hometown kid, and he likes getting back home to his roots, be himself, and not be worried about the outside world. Um, Matt Brown, a teacher and golf coach at Nokomis, who's friends with the Flag family, he said he has traditions that he likes to do. Last year, when he was home, we had a Belgrade, played Belgrade, a lakes golf course back there in Maine. On the way home, he wanted to stop at Sawyer's Ice Cream Place, a dairy place in the middle of the town of Newport. He goes and this coach continues by saying, I've been to that place every year of my life, and I haven't been there this year. So, wow. I mean, I love how like gratiated with the community he is in Maine. It's just nice. Um, Another person from the town continues by saying he doesn't let a lot of the outside noise phase him, but there's always going to be an appropriate time for a break. So just really kudos to Cooper Flag for doing this camp for his hometown and seeming like it's the second year has done it, and it seems like he is a traditional guy. It seems like this might be an annual thing, and it seems like this is far from over in Maine. It seems like kids could be hyped moving forward that Cooper Flag and Ace Flag will probably be hosting this camp every year in the summertime moving forward. So just fits the character that everybody has painted Cooper Flag to be as a man and as a young man, not even 19 years old yet, and honestly acting like a pro's pro already. And it's really remarkable. And again, easy to say the Mavericks got lucky, but he's in the building now, and you got to be happy that the Mavericks have such a young man on their roster, and not just the talent, because anyone could be talented. Anyone in the NBA could be talented. It's hard to be the type of guy with the type of character of a Cooper Flag, and it's not just the actions, it's just how people talk about him. The people from his hometown, his new teammates in Dallas, his teammates at Duke, his high school teammates. It's just have nothing but great things to say about him, and that says a lot about the young man that he is. So very excited to see Cooper Flag, and again, congrats on your hoops camp in Maine that continues throughout the weekend. But to wrap things up with some Mavs chatter, Drew Anthrop, he was coaching in the NBA, and is as much as he was with Purdue basketball. Um, he had a coaching career with Jason Kidd, and now he will reunite with Jason Kidd. And he said Saturday after a Purdue basketball alumni game that he recently signed with the Mavs and is eager to work under Kidd's tutelage. He is a basketball savant. He said, Anthrop said of Kidd, and when you get around people like that, you just want to absorb everything they've got. All the knowledge about the game, the ins and outs of personalities of locker rooms. Anthrop recently, previously worked alongside Kidd for 2 seasons with the Los Angeles Lakers, a common theme with the new coaching staff with the Dallas Mavericks. Most of these guys having a lot of history with Jason Kidd and their bubble run with the Lakers, resulting obviously in an NBA championship. So again, good to see they're kind of keeping up this theme of Dallas Mavericks new coaching staff being kind of a part of that old coaching staff with the 2020 Lakers and kind of bringing it all together now here in Dallas. As we started this offseason thinking, this coaching staff's getting a little dismantled. How are they going to bounce back? And they're going with a lot of familiar faces, so we will see how they put the pieces together here coming up in this regular season, and that will be here before we know it. But this has been another Mavs Latest. I'm Josyah Howard. Again, please subscribe down below. Please leave any comments you got for me down below. Like, rate, subscribe, and let's get it, y'all.